Okay, so we're going to go ahead and go over, not this problem, we're going to go over one step increase decrease problems. So let's go ahead and start by reading our problem the first time. So it says a $140 jacket is on sale for 35% off. What is the sale price of the jacket? So let's go ahead and read it a second time and we'll underline. A $140 jacket is on sale for 30% off. What is the sale price of the jacket? So we know how much the jacket costs. We know it's on sale for 35% off. Sale or even off tells us that this is going to be a decrease problem. So I'm going to go ahead and write it underneath so that I know. What is the sale price of the jacket? So that right there is telling me that I want to know what my total is. So let's go ahead and start filling in our table. So our original amount is $140. Our jacket was $140. We said that this problem is a decrease, but we don't know what our new amount is. So I'm going to put a little question mark. Let's go ahead and look at the second row. So in our second row, we want to look at our percents and our decimals. So we know that our original amount is always going to be 100%. So I'm going to put 100% in here. But I also want to write my percent as a decimal so that we can get ourselves ready for when we're writing our equations. So I know that 100% as a decimal is 1. And if you're not sure how to do that, if you want to turn a percent to a decimal, you divide by 100. So I would take 100 divided by 100, and that gives me 1. So for our second box, we know that it's a decrease, and it's a decrease of 35%. A decrease means subtraction. So I'm going to go ahead and put a subtraction sign there. Now I also want to turn that 35% into a decimal. So 35 divided by 100 gives me 0.35. Then I'm going to go ahead and equal. So now I'm going to go straight across. So 100% minus 35% gives me 65%. 1 minus 0.35 gives me 0.65. So now for our last row, I'm going to take these decimals and I'm going to multiply them by my original. So I know that here I have 1 times 140, and that gives me a total of 140. So that's correct. That was my original amount. Next, I have 0.35 times my original 140. And let's look and see what that gives me. So 0.35 times 140 gives me 49. Now I can keep that subtraction sign there just like in the top, and then I'll do equals. And I'll show you what we're going to do with that in a second. For our last box, I do the same thing. 0.65 times 140. So again, remember it, decimal times original. And that's going to give us 91. So that means our total is 91, which is B. So if you want to go back in and check your answer, if you take 140 minus 49, it should still give you 91 as your answer. So that's a good way to go in and check your work. So that is how we do one-step percent increase and decrease problem.